And also, since I'm at it and I'm thinking about it because it's relevant right now, that there's very clearly to me some demonic attack going on in my life, and this girl actually that reached out to me from watching my videos, she became actually one of my best friends. And because it's like a very special situation where it's like we're soul sisters, it's like the friendship is real. It's just supernatural. I can't explain it because it's like we know exactly what the other is talking about, because we both have the same perceptions as it pertains to paranormal, biblical, our backgrounds, everything, like the things that happened to us when we were kids. Only her gifts and skill sets are different than mine, and so I'm going to shout out to you, Lindsay. But I prayed for her recently, a couple days ago, or a couple weeks ago, and she prays for me too. And things happen the way that we can kind of plot out, as in a game of chess. You gotta forecast and anticipate and listen to the spirit, to the voice of God. But anyway, there's been orb situations going on at my house, but more than that, it's like, where do I begin? My eldest daughter, all I have to do is start thinking about things. So I even told Linda Godfrey, we were talking earlier this week or last weekend about meeting up a group of women. We're going to go out for a hike and just gather some evidence in a hot spot or whatever. And I said, girls, it's whenever I start thinking about this stuff, it tends to manifest itself right away. The spirits know that I'm talking about it. And there's a very different opinion within the group that I was talking to, because one woman's like, I want to leave food for the dogmen. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that. She thinks that they're friendly or something, when I don't know if she's ever heard Renton Samwin's accounts where all that was left of this one man was his hand. That they're very territorial, and sometimes they're not even dogmen. They're just demons pretending to be dogmen. And my point is this: all I have to do is start talking about them, thinking about them, and I get spiritual activity very quickly. So last year, when I was talking to JC about stuff, I was just texting him about samurai chatter, but the Bigfoot, how they go, they talk really fast. That's how they sound. Anyway, 20 minutes later, my eldest daughter heard that, beamed right into her head. And then I hear sometimes very loud gunshot level wood knocks right outside of my window. Later on, I saw a dogman with his head. I saw it about 10 feet off the ground at least. I saw a Bigfoot, both without infrared and naked eye. I've seen spirits. I've called spirits before when I was messing around with the occult. And then just the short, I'm having a lot of paranormal stuff going on right now. And that's my point. But the latest thing is these orbs, rod. There was a rod that shot by my daughter this last Sunday when she was getting ready for church. I caught it on camera. Let me just show you guys again. And then later, she had a night terror where she woke up shaking and crying, and she doesn't remember any of it. And it was scary because she was shaking really hard, and it just makes me feel awful when things like that happen. So I had to pray very hard that night in the corners of my home where the spirits hide, and I caught more orbs. I actually caught more orbs on camera, and people say, why don't you just burn some sage or whatever? No, I mean, sage does work for a week, maybe a couple days, but the fact of the matter, and everyone knows this, it's just that there's no other name that's more mocked and scorned and ridiculed and disbelieved than the name of Jesus Christ. Not Muhammad, not Buddha, not Hare Krishna, none of them but Jesus Christ. And this is the fact of the matter, is that Jesus Christ, invoking his blood, is the only thing that works, period, because it sends them back to hell. But here's the one orb right there. When I was rebuking the unclean spirits in the name of Christ, there was stuff happening all around me, and then, there was a huge, awful noise that happened too. It was like half machine, half biological, and it was so low, a rumbling, that it caused the house to shook after I was rebuking. So you know, the long and short of it is that this is not a game. And Linda Godfrey knows what she's doing. She is a Christian woman. She is somebody who I trust with my life when I'm going out with her. She knows what she's doing. But it's just that other people still need to understand. They see people get a feeling that they know all that there is to know about what we're dealing with when we're discussing Dogmen and Bigfoot, and they just want to lock them into a certain category, into a certain compartment, so that they're comfortable dealing with that concept. But it's not that simple. It could cost her life if she doesn't understand that she needs to open up her mind a little bit more to entertain different possibilities of what they could be. Because now she's asking, you know, I'm going to be involved. So, yeah, that's my point. And people who listen and watch and have encounters of their own, and or want to have an encounter, you got to count the cost before you actually do that, because there's life risks involved. So that was basically it, my addendum. That's all I got to say. All right, take care. Bye.